Good day everyone, this is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and it's Saturday the 20th of March 2021, and this is the weekly analysis for the Euro, Cable and the Aussie for the 4th week of March. And let's begin with the Euro, and similar with all the major pairs, it has been consolidating. And for last week, it has been constrained between the 50 and 62 FIB retracement levels, just under the 120 level and just below the 119. So in a fairly tight range for the week. Bullish trigger on late Wednesday with the FOMC decisions and the dovish outlook that it has maintained, but quickly given back by the end of the week. And so on the weekly time frame, it's closed slightly bearish in a spinning top, but also within the previous week's spinning top. So a harami at that. So it's still pretty much constrained. And the key resistance is still at the 120, just above the 50 FIB. And as we were highlighting last week, that it's likely going to be constrained. So similarly for this coming week as well, it's still pretty much in a rectangle here, in a box. So it needs to either break out higher to the next FIB level, or if it breaks down, then there's support at the 200 EMA. Or if it dips a bit further, there's the 118. This coming week, there's only minor news in the flash PMIs, but towards the end of the week, there's an economic summit for the EU, and we'll see if there's any major decisions or agreements coming out of that. So let's also take a look at the DXY, US dollar index, and to see the inverse correlation. For last week. And it has been also constrained. That was the dip on Wednesday with the dovish statement from the Federal Reserve, but finding support at this previous swing high here and bounce back up. So now it's consolidating in a descending triangle. So it will need to break out higher above this trend line and towards the 200 EMA and eventually to the 62 FIB retracement. That's the key resistance zone. If it does break down, there's still support at this 1991 level and a key one at the 138 FIB extension. All right, so it's back at this previous swing low. So it's at a key juncture now. But the good thing is that it has managed to bounce up back above it. So there is possibility that it's able to break out higher, but we'll see how far it can go next week. All right. Let's move on to the cable. And the cable as well has been constrained with resistance at 140, very strong resistance up here. And support at the 138 or the 38 fib retracement area as well. Let's just let's draw a different chart pattern here now. There is a slightly rising trend line. And with this 140 as a horizontal resistance, so it's in a ascending triangle. And on a weekly time frame, yes, it's also a spinning top, constrained within the previous week's range as well. This coming week, there's also the flash PMIs, but it's sandwich in between the jobs report and UK retail sales figures. And it's still neutral around the 139, dip below that now, but look at the weekly pivot alignment with the monthly pivot. So that's at the 139.09 level and 08. So very close alignment there. So last week's Bank of England news didn't do much to really support the cable, and after hitting the 140, it has pulled back as well, similar to the euro, after a slight boost with the weaker dollar, and it has given the gains back. All right, let's move on to the Aussie dollar, and is still fighting to find support above the 0.77 area, that's it, and also above this 62 fib retracement. Not able, attempted to break out above the 78, but then blocked by the 38 fib retracement. So this is also in a very constrained position. It's also rising highs here, a rising trend line. And let's see if there's a channel moving up here. And let's see if it can continue next week, but it needs to break above the this 0.78, close above that, and continue higher. Otherwise, if it does break down lower, there is strong support at the 77 area, and then further support at the 78.6 fib retracement. So at the moment, it's edging up, but also fighting against the US dollar recovery, US dollar dip, and then fought back and causing the majors to pull back lower as well. So on a weekly time frame, it's ended up as a doji for the week. And there's no major news for the Australian economy this coming week. All right, so unfortunately, it's still pretty much neutral ground for all the major pairs, as the US dollar is fighting for its recovery and finding some support. So all near the monthly pivots as we head towards the last week and a half of the month. All right, so do check out my other videos on spot gold and dollar yen as well, and which are also staying pretty much neutral. And do have a safe week and a good trading week, and cheers for now.